So, the much anticipated top aircraft reward for War Thunder's winter event has arrived, and boy, if you think the F4F early is annoying, I hope you're ready to see endless level 25 Marineflieger tornado teams get plastered by F-16s and MiG-29s. But that's not the focus of this video, even though Gaijin really didn't wait for Tier 8 to get settled in before adding Tier 8 event aircraft. But that is a discussion for an entirely different time. Today we're taking a look at the Marineflieger Tornado IDS's newest feature. Its main point of attraction, other than the first Tier 8 aircraft to be acquired through an event, is the AS-34 Kormoran 1. The AS-34 Kormoran 1 is an anti-ship missile developed by Messerschmitt Bloko Blom, yes, the ones that made the BO-105, and was fitted to the Tornado IDS in Marineflieger service and some F-104Gs in Marineflieger service. The Marineflieger can be considered the analog to the British Fleet Air Arm, but as Germany's navy is not prominent as the Royal Navy, they always operated in a more limited capacity. The first Marineflieger aircraft we got in War Thunder was the Seahawk Mark 100 premium vehicle, operated in the late 50s to the mid-60s when they were replaced by the F-104G Starfighter. After the Starfighter, they were replaced by 112 Tornadoes of the IDS variant in anti-shipping roles. Today, the Tornado IDS in Marineflieger service has been disbanded and they only operate helicopters and maritime patrol aircraft. Around 140 AS-34 Cormorans were built for Germany in the Kormoran 1 variant. It comes in two variants, the Kormoran 1 and the longer range Kormoran 2. The Kormoran is special because it's the first anti-ship missile in-game that has active radar homing capabilities. The other anti-ship missiles we have in-game, like the RBO-5 and KH-23, are all manual command to line of sight and thus can be used in both anti-tank and anti-shipping roles. The AS-34 Kormoran, however, is a fire-and-forget anti-shipping missile. Now, I haven't the slightest idea how that's going to work in War Thunder because Naval Realistic doesn't reach up to 11.7 yet. But what I know is that the Kormoran has a secondary land attack feature. Now how that works, I have no idea. It might just be that it's going to be pure inertial guidance without terminal active radar homing guidance against land targets. It will most likely act like a bridge between M-Close and fire-and-forget air-to-ground missiles. You can choose where the missile hits with inertial guidance like CCRP for bombs, but can also adjust the impact point midway. Mind you, we're not going to be able to test any of these before the update goes live, and you'll know why later, so we're just seeing how it might work. The Kormoran has a range of 23 kilometers for the initial variant, so imagine being fired upon from beyond render range of aircraft in ground RB. Terrific. The warhead is delay fused with the missile penetrating 19mm of armor kinetically before detonating inside. I don't think this feature is going to be implemented against tanks, and the Kormoran will just utilize its 165kg warhead to overpressure tanks to death. While the Kormoran in itself is interesting, the possibilities that might come because Gaijin has opened the Pandora's box of anti-shipping missiles are endless. There's the RBO-4 for the Viggen and Lansen, but I doubt the Lansen will get it at 9.3. There's also the AJ-158 variant of the Martel, a TV-guided anti-ship missile fitted onto Buccaneers and Jaguars. Though France only ever used the anti-radiation variant, so they might not get their AJ-168. Japan also has their Type 80 ASMs for the F1, F4 EJ Kai, and the F2. USSR has the KH-38, but only the Su-34 can get it. For the longer range ones, we're entering the territories of the Sea Eagle, the Popeye, the Harpoon, and the KH-31 and KH-35. If Gaijin intends to expand air-to-ship missiles, that might be the entry point for vehicles like the B-52, as the B-52G variant carry the Popeyes and the Harpoons. Maritime patrol aircraft, however, are very debatable. The B-52G can carry bombs to grind air RB with. Some maritime patrol aircraft do not have the luxury. The P-3 Orion can carry conventional bombs for one, but the Nimrod cannot, so with things like these, we just have to take a wait-and-see attitude to see how they might be implemented in-game, Maybe they might be implemented with modern ships, but we wouldn't know. But that's not where the Marineflieger Tornado's capabilities end. According to BVVD, suppression of enemy air defenses are in the works, which means both the Luftwaffe and Marineflieger Tornado will have access to the AGM-158 harms, which might give it even more use against ground targets in ground RB. Its strike capability will certainly prove more valuable than its air-to-air capability, and it's kind of understandable. It is an interdictor strike fighter, not an air defense fighter, which is why German teams will absolutely be fun to fight against in both air RB and ground RB after this event. The bottom line is that the German tech crew will get 2 tornadoes and will make the top tier ground RB lineup very, very capable. I personally want to get this tornado and the camouflage that goes along with it because it's pure ballin' at no cost, except for your sanity and patience in getting 40,000 mission score, but I'm sure it'll feel like nothing when grinding out all the new tier 8s this update will bring us. And I'm sure it beats running Leopard 2s with the F4F if you're like me that doesn't put East German aircraft into my top tier German lineup. To be honest, this tornado blew the T-80U M2 out of the water because the T-80U M2 is just a T-80U with no thermals and APS. This is a tornado with Kormorans. Anyways, if it's not obvious, the event coincides with the release date of the update, which is the December 20. So that might be the day you want to clear your calendars. Anyways, thanks for watching. This is the Dr. MD, and as usual, Godspeed.